Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at something pretty unique, a massive warship coming back online after, what, a quarter of a century?
That's right. Russia's Admiral Nakhimov battlecruiser. It's been sitting in dry dock for 25 years.
Incredible. So, based on our source material, we're diving into why this return is such a significant event.
Exactly. What's the ship like now? What can it do? And maybe what does it tell us about Russia's thinking on naval power?
25 years is a lifetime in military tech. The
Mhm.
refit must be huge.
Oh, absolutely huge. We're talking about the Admiral Nakhimov, right? A Kirov-class battlecruiser, originally commissioned way back in 1986.
86, wow.
And it's only expected back maybe later in 2025 after sea trials. So that just shows you the scale of the work done at the Sevmash shipyard.
Okay, so remind us, how big is this thing?
It's enormous, about 252 meters long, displaces somewhere around 25,000 tons. It's one of the largest surface combatants in the world.
And nuclear-powered, right?
Yes, 2 nuclear pressurized water reactors. That gives it, well, practically unlimited range. Endurance is key here.
Okay, unlimited range, a giant platform. But what's new? What did they spend 25 years doing in Severodvinsk?
Yeah.
More than just dusting it off, I assume.
Definitely more. The real core of the upgrade seems to be the weaponry, specifically new launch systems.
Launch systems for what kind of missiles?
They're talking Caliber cruise missiles, for land attack, also Onyx anti-ship missiles,
Standard advanced stuff.
and this is the big one, reportedly the hypersonic Cyclone missile.
Hypersonic, okay, that's a serious capability jump. Speed changes everything.
It really does. And defensively, it's not being left behind either.
What's it getting there?
It's getting the Fort M air defense system. Think of it as the naval version of the S-300F system. Quite capable, long range.
Right, and for closer threats.
For that, it's getting the Panzer M close-in weapon systems, that final layer of defense.
Plus, I imagine all the electronics, command systems, that kind of thing are completely refreshed.
Totally overhauled. New electronic combat suites, new command and control systems. It's supposed to be state-of-the-art in terms of situational awareness and network capability.
But here's a thought. We see navies moving towards, smaller, maybe more numerous, adaptable ships. Why pour so much resource into this one giant from the 80s?
That's really the crux of this strategic question, isn't it?
Yeah, what's the thinking?
Well, while smaller ships, yes, they can carry some potent missiles, a ship like the Nakhimov offers something different. It's about presence, long-range power projection.
Because of the nuclear power, it can just stay out there indefinitely.
Pretty much. Endurance is a massive factor. Plus, its sheer size and updated systems make it an ideal command and control hub for a large naval group operating far from home.
So it's less about just the missiles it carries, and
Yeah.
more about being a sort of mobile headquarters and a very visible symbol of power.
Exactly. It's a platform for projecting influence globally. If you look at Russia's broader naval strategy, bringing this ship back, it really signals a continued commitment to these large, powerful surface combatants,
Even in the 21st century.
even now. It suggests they believe these big ships still have a major role, not just for fighting, but as, well, instruments of state presence on the world's oceans.
Interesting, like a geopolitical statement piece almost.
In a way, yes. A very heavily armed statement piece.
So for you listening, trying to piece together the puzzle of modern naval forces, what's the takeaway here?
Well, the sheer scale of the investment in modernizing a legacy hull like this is notable. It shows a long-term vision, or at least a specific bet on this type of capability.
That makes you wonder.
It really does. And it raises that question, what's the future balance going to be between these massive, incredibly powerful, but maybe less flexible platforms?
And potentially smaller, perhaps more numerous, maybe even unmanned assets.
Precisely. How does the return of the Nakhimov fit into that evolving picture of naval power? It's definitely something to keep an eye on as this giant prepares to sail again.
A fascinating look at a unique comeback. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.